What is up, y'all? It is your boy Kirk here, aka Vandal, and we are talking about the vocals in my track Pray. Let's get it. What's up, y'all? It is your boy Kirk here, aka Vandal. We are in here in the studio. We're talking about my song Pray, and on this channel we do tips, tricks, tutorials, all that good stuff to help you become a better creative producer, whatever, in today's marketplace. So anyway, so let's jump into this really quick. Let's look at what we've got. The last couple of weeks we've been walking through this track Pray. If you guys haven't heard it, it is in the description below. Check it out. We walked through the bass, we walked through the drums, we did the guitars already. As you can see, everything's super simple, nothing is too crazy. Let's talk about the vocals. Now, the reason why nothing is really crazy is because I wrote this song in like a day. Like it just kind of fell out and it kind of just happened. And that was just it. I just wrote it. So that's why a lot of things are not named. That's why a lot of things are not grouped. I actually only did the color coding before these videos. So the vocals, everything here in green, as you know, I like to usually keep my vocals in green. So everything here is a vocal. Now we have the verse vocals, and then we have like a couple of layers. Let's talk through the verse. As I'm learning and growing as a vocalist, as a singer, I am trying to get creative with my production as well of my own vocals. The first thing on the channel strip is an auto tune, the Waves tune right here. This is like the poor man's Antares auto tune. Actually, no, this is actually really solid. This Waves tune is actually really good. It doesn't sound like weird, like the Logic one gives you artifacts, all that stuff. But this actually sounds pretty good. So let's listen to what my vocal sounds like. This might be really embarrassing just to hear my vocal as it came in. This is what it sounds like as it came in.
Lift my hands to give my heart to you. Lift my hands.
Okay, so you hear that, and then the auto-tune kind of just pulls me closer.
Lift my hands to give my heart to you.
So it's not really doing that much correction. It says 100% correction, but it's not really pulling me that close. And then I have an EQ, obviously, to cut out the low end and shape my voice a bit.
Lift my hands to give my heart to you.
Now this EQ for the verse, the first half of the verse, is a little bit different because I wanted to follow the effect of what's going on, in the intro, that like phone effect. So then I have the 1176, I was just talking about that, so I put this on after, a little bit more compression.
Lift my hands to give my heart to you.
And then a little bit of OTT as well, just because I wanted to get that crunch out of these verse vocals. I wanted them to pop through, and I'm not too worried about the low end of my voice. My voice is not super low, so it doesn't really matter to me. 11.7 or the OTT actually pulls out some of the low end of whatever you put it on too. So
lift my hands,
so you can see this is kind of like that more stylistic.
And I leave my life to keep my eyes on you.
Now I did this on purpose. I cut out the top so that on the second time around, when you hear the rest of the verse, it's actually kind of the pre-chorus. It opens up, so it gives you a different vibe in that section. So here's an LA2A on here as well.
Lift my hands to
smashing
give
it
my
really.
heart to you.
And then I put a little bit of reverb.
Lift my hands to give my heart to you.
Just for width, really.
And I leave my life to keep my...
It's not a very long reverb, as you can hear when I stop it. It's not very long. And then vocal air bus, of course.
Lift my hands to give my heart to you.
And then...
Lift my hands to give my heart to you.
Got all my effects.
And I leave my life to keep my eyes on you.
So all of that was like just for that section. Now, if we listen to what the vocals sound like here, as you can see, I have two in the pre-chorus, two vocals, and that's because it's a double. And here's the lead. Let's actually listen to the lead. Notice the difference. Let's actually play. Notice the difference as I play this right here.
And I leave my life to keep my eyes on you. Every little thing I let in.
Super
Just keeps
clean.
leaving me so desperate. All I need is peace to rest in. from you.
So this has like more auto tune on there. It's a little bit, the note transition's a little bit more aggressive so that you can kind of hear it. And then we have the double as well.
Think I let it, just keep leaving me so desperate. All I need is peace to rest it from you.
It's not even that well sung. It's just smashed to bits, and with a bunch of OTET and a bunch of the 1176 as well, and a sample delay to kind of give me a little bit more width here.
Think I let it, just keep leaving me so desperate.
And it
All I need is peace to rest from you.
see, you don't even hear like the trashiness of the vocal when it's in the mix. As long as it does what it needs to do, and it sounds good, you know, like I honestly don't think that it's that huge of a deal to overthink it. I knew it just needed a little boost in this section with the vocal, so it just added a little bit of dimension, a little bit of width, a little bit of chorusing, because one is auto tuning a little bit different than the other. And then we come to this massive stack of vocals in the chorus. Let's listen to what they sound like soloed, because this is actually how I listened to them for a while when I was recording them, just because they sounded cool and I wanted to feel where the gaps were because there's so much space to put them in there. So let's listen to what they sound like soloed.
Pray to you, so I pray to you, so I pray to you, so I pray to you, this time pray.
Okay, so let's break down this. So obviously we have the lead line, which is
Pray to you,
just a simple kind of like down.
so I pray.
Now also, I don't know how many of you viewing are Christians or anything like that, but the reason I chose this melody, I actually learned this from my buddy Johnson, who learned this from another buddy who's a songwriter, is the choice of melody also does matter too. And since this is a song about praying, I figure I make the melody go down, because when you're praying, what do you think about? Going down to your knees and praying. And that's how I felt. Honestly, writing the song, I felt like I needed to just get on my knees and pray. And the melody kind of follows that as well. So that's just a little cool tidbit.
Pray to you.
So that's the main melody. And then we have background 1. I was just having fun, to be honest. Just honestly, I was just having fun. And then I have another layer right here doing another melody. Doesn't even sound good. These sound crazy all by themselves, and then I have that one's panned to the left a little bit, and then this one will be panned to the right a bit, which is the same kind of deal. So it's so funny because these don't actually sound that good by themselves, but when you put them in context, they sound awesome. And then I have this one as well. So now, like, all of these were just, honestly, I was just sitting here and had it on loop, and then I was messing around just singing whatever would sound good, and I just recorded what I thought would sound good. So the placement of them was only thought of after the fact. Like, I basically had all of these in, and I recorded all of these, and then I would just like take out a couple in the beginning so that they weren't overlapping or anything like that, and so it wasn't boring for the listener. And then I have this one. This one's my favorite one because it's just kind of like a vocal run, which is really cool.
So I pray.
It's just a kind of variation of what's already going on in the lead. And this one has another.
So I pray.
Now if we add, let's actually listen to a couple of these other ones because we didn't actually listen to them. So let me go here, do that. So BG4 on the left. And that doesn't even have auto-tune on it. It just doesn't sound that great. This one's on the other side. And then we have this one. Right. Now let's listen to what the backgrounds sound like just without the lead. Just so you can get an idea of what they sound like together. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters, is what they sound like together in context. When you solo them out, they sound freaking crazy. But this is what it sounds like together. So they all sound pretty good together. Now if we put them with the guitar, let's do this. So like I didn't want to overdo it with like instruments and production and adding. I didn't want to overdo it just because like I wanted to get to the point of it, which was that pray part. I wanted to get to the point of it as quickly as I possibly could. So I even flying over is actually like copy and pasting, but I flew over the pre-chorus and all the instrumentation pretty much for the pre-chorus at the same time. Like I just put it on, I just copy and paste and rewrote a second verse and then just went right into the chorus again, which was a copy and paste as well. So like the song got done in like maybe 3 hours. Like it was just like done so quick just because everything was there and it didn't need to be overcomplicated with a bridge or anything like that. So I thought it was a very honest and very clear kind of song. And yeah, I appreciate y'all listening and y'all watching these videos. If you guys like this video, hit the like button below. It actually helps with the algorithm, helps me get in front of a lot of people so that more people like us can actually see this content and walk through some of this stuff and actually learn some production. So as you know, like every time a track comes out, I try to do a walkthrough video so that you guys can see what happened in that track and how I made that. And as you can see, like I'm growing as a producer and as a songwriter, as a singer, and I appreciate any feedback and anything like that. So if you guys are interested in learning more, there's a link below for my masterclass, or even want to jump on a coaching call, there's a link below for that too. You could jump on and we can make that happen. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video, and I'm pumped that you guys are here. If you haven't listened to Pray, check it out below. Peace.